welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Florida Panthers 3, Toronto Maple Leafs 2 in the Stanley Cup Playoffs Round 2, Game 2, 2023. Florida leads the series now 2-0. Going back to Florida because the Leafs dominate for 59 minutes, but for 1 minute, they ruined the game. Ain't that something? First period, goals were scored as follows. Alexander Kerfoot, 2:20 into the first period. Shen plays it into him. Kerfoot bangs it into the net to make it 1-0. Leafs on the power play, 5:10 into the first period. Marner plays it to Ryan O'Reilly, crosses it over. Ryan O'Reilly on the near side of the net, the open side of it, very open. Ryan O'Reilly scores to make it 0-2. But Anton Lundell, bad giveaway. Reinhart plays it back to him from behind the net. Samsonov isn't watching. Nobody's defending. Lundell pops it in. 11-13. Gone from the period makes it 1-2. At the end of one, it was 1-2. But the Leafs have the lead. It changes, though, to start the second period. 19 seconds in, Duclair plays it to Barkov. Barkov pops it into the net past Sammy. Open side. Nothing he could do. Okay, no, there was something he could do, but it didn't look good. Barkov pops it in, 2-2. Then 1:06 elapsed from the period. Tkachuk plays it to Gustav Forsling. Forsling scores to make it 3-2. That's the way the period would end. 3-2 for the Florida Panthers. The third period, there was no score. The Leafs dominate. They kill the early penalty. Matthews tripping, called for it at the end, at the buzzer of the second period. 2 minutes, they start on the penalty kill. The Leafs kill the penalty. And from then on, the Leafs dominate for 18 minutes of the third period, putting pucks on, holding possession. They should have scored 3 times, but they don't. And in the end, Bobrovsky holds the fort. He holds the time. And time runs out on the Leafs. They lose 3-2. They are down in the series 2-0 going to Florida. And that is your story. Sergei Bobrovsky steals this game. The Leafs bottle it at the start of the second period. They give away one to make it 2-1, 2-0. The most dangerous lead, not just in football, but also in hockey, I guess. They put the game on the platter. And Bobrovsky says, thank you, and devours it like a tomahawk steak. Which, do I blame him? No. But Sergei Bobrovsky is the reason the Panthers are up 2-0 in this series. He stole 2 games. The Leafs, whether it's them putting shots on that just don't get rebounded. If you're going to shoot low, Sheriff, you better go for the rebound, have somebody behind you. Or, glove side isn't working either. They find enough to solve him once or twice, but guess what? Florida causes enough mistakes that they have enough to survive those 2 solves. They've solved him twice per game. It's still not enough. Florida, again, they just find it. They make you make mistakes. And they have a goalie that will make you pay for making those mistakes because he doesn't allow goals. He is playing Vezina-level hockey against the Bruins. He did it. The Bruins disrespected the Panthers. Guess what? The Panthers win. They come back. Bruins bottle it. The Leafs disrespect the Panthers, thinking, oh, they're a wild card team. We beat them 3 out of 14 times this year. We should win. Really? Here's the problem with that, all right? They're not playing like a wild card just snuck into the playoffs team anymore. They're playing like the President's Trophy winners a year ago. Yeah. They just won the President's Trophy a year ago. They're not that bad. They're not a questionable side. They are a great hockey team, the Florida Panthers are. And guess what? The Toronto Maple Leafs, you win the first round just for what? To fall apart, to get goalied. Legitimately, Bobrovsky is Carey Pricing you. No joke. No joke. You have to win 2 games in Florida at this point if you want to not have to win 3 straight. Or 4 straight, mind you. Who knows if they win game 3? Yeah, road teams have won a lot more this season in the playoffs than home teams. The Leafs are 3-0 in road games. At home, they're 1-4. Yeah. One of their wins was at home. That was game 2. It was a blowout. The other 3 wins were on the road and in overtime. So yeah, the Leafs could win on the road, but they got to solve Bobrovsky. Do I think they'll do it more than twice? Doesn't look like it. Matthew Nyes gets hurt. That hurts. I think they got to go 11-7. Again, I think you have to go 11-7. If you don't, you're pretty much in trouble. You are pretty much in trouble. Giordano is gassed. Gustafsson might just do better. Brody and McCabe were better tonight. Shen and Riley were good. Liljegren, Giordano. Giordano's gassed. It's not Liljegren. But Giordano's not showing his old self playing with Liljegren over Hall. I don't think Gustafsson would change it either, playing Giordano with him. I mean, if you go 7, yeah, Giordano will probably still be on the ice, maybe for a penalty kill, maybe for power play, but do you really? I mean, seriously though, the Leafs are up the creek without the paddle, or I guess the stick in this case, but it's in their hands. The worst part about this series is it's in their hands. All they have to do is not get caught up in the neutral zone or hand off the puck. They did perfectly in the third period. They can handle not giving them away in the neutral zone. They did it in the third period. Hell, they did it in the first. The second, it was that first minute. That's it. If not for that, this series will be tied. But no. And that's the worst part. They can win. They should be winning. But they're not. If you look at it, they should be winning. They need to be winning. They can win. But it just feels so desolate. That's the problem. It just feels like this team is absolutely, and I wouldn't say shooting themselves in the foot, but you could say that as well. They're either getting shot in the foot by the Florida Panthers or they're setting up the gun to shoot themselves in the foot. What do you want me to say? I'm befuddled. I'm legitimately befuddled. Game 1, I wasn't scared because they were dominating. Yes, 4 goals against. Yes, 4 spawny, greasy goals. It is what it is. Bobrovsky goalied them. The same thing happened tonight. Again, 1 minute. 1 really bad goal, middle of the first, then the start of the second. You could say about a minute 10 cost us this game. And Bobrovsky just going full God mode. Vezina mode. Vezina times Hasek times Waugh times Hasek times Vezina times Jordan Binnington times Carey Price. I know one of those don't really add up, but Binnington was great in 2019. Point being, I just don't know. Like, the Leafs, it just feels so hopeless. They know they can do it. We can see they can do it. It just feels hopeless. I don't know what else to say. Florida's doing their job. They're doing their job. Tkachuk wasn't even really talked about tonight. And they still win. I don't know what else to say. The Leafs are just boggling my mind. They should be winning this series, if not tied. But they're down 2-0. And I don't know if they could turn this around. All signs point to they should be able to, but all signs also point to, yeah, probably not. Like, that's the worst position to be in, because your eye test says, you know what? They could turn this around. I believe. But your brain and your heart says, I've seen this before. Korpisalo, Price, Merzlikins. I've seen this before. Tuukka Rask. I've seen this before. I don't like where this is going. And I don't like where this is going. Like, I'm like half and half. Like, there's the angel and the devil. And one saying, oh, but they're getting a lot of scoring chances. They're going to break through. And they won't get scored on 4 turnovers again. It can't happen. They will break through. Then the devil's saying, nah, they're screwed. They're getting goalied. It's going to be either or. They have to win both in Florida. I don't care. They have to somehow steal 2 games in Florida. They can. They can. But will they? Like, I'll believe it when I see it. That's the position I'm in now. I don't know. But with that being said, that's all I gotta say. The Leafs are just... You know they can do it. You know they're close, but it's just not enough. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for the 2023 Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League semifinal recap, because, of course, today was the Leafs. Normally, it would have been the other way around, or normally it would have been the recap and something else, or off Friday. But today, well, there you go. So I'll see you tomorrow for the recap. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.